Today is January 6, 2021, 9:30 a.m. Central here in the U.S. God bless you and yours no matter where you are in the world, folks. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. As you can see, an absolutely huge solar flare, CME, has left the surface of our sun once again. I'm guessing this is not Earth facing, but it was a very large flare. It looks like an X flare to me, although they'll probably downgrade it and call it an M flare or something smaller perhaps. Look at the ejecti and power. Those sunspots will probably soon be Earth facing. Those are probably some of the sunspots that did not send something like this towards the planet while they were Earth facing. Again, this appears not to be Earth. It's absolutely huge. What else is very, very strange? Very strange indeed. They've moved back the impact of the plasma until the afternoon, maybe about, about noon, if you will. So it should be occurring pretty quickly. They have us shooting up to a KP index of 5, G1 solar storm, and then sticking with a 4. That's a 6-hour time period of rocking and rolling. I believe we were hit with the 6.2 magnitude earthquake near New Zealand on one of the New Zealand islands during that 3-hour time period there. So we are still heading into the storm. They keep putting it off on us. We're going to be hit again in a day or two. I want to show you something else, say Enlil Prediction Center. A lot more today, so hold tight. We're going to go to the WSA Enlil Prediction Center, although it doesn't seem to predict much anymore, does it? We can see that they have real-time solar wind predictions here at about 300 kilometers, 275 kilometers per second. We're going to take a look at the University of Maryland and find out where they're really at. We do have plasma on the rise here. Real-time plasma is actually at 10 centimeters cubed currently. They have it shooting up to around 15 perhaps, but since it's at 10 currently and they're telling you it's at 5, my guess is that we're going to see some pretty heavy plasma hit. You'll notice the event, and then you'll see 2 more events on the horizon. Another hit on its way. Look at that. You'll see that it hits satellite A, the before Earth satellite, almost just after the plasma hits for the first time, although we were pounded yesterday with the heaviest plasma I've ever seen on the 9th, and then it'll hit planet Earth on about the 11th or 12th, about 3 days later, usually from hitting satellite A. Again, very strange with these solar wind predictions. We're going to go look at ACE and take a quick look.
Stand down.
I've been quested to bring this one back to its kind.
This is no place for a child.
Wherever I go, he goes.
The Mandalorian, new season now streaming only on Disney+. Get the Disney for just $12.99 a month.
Look, what bothers me the most is that the NOAA data used to be just dead on to the hour, and now everything doesn't make sense anymore. Here we see that the real wind speeds are closer to 600 kilometers per second. We have a ton of missing time again from we have 6.5 hours of missing time. 8 UTC time to about 15 UTC time. So 7 hours, something like that, of missing data on all the instrumentation. We do see we're in event mode still. We see that plasma has dropped off exceedingly to almost 0 here. Now that's not what we saw. That's not what's supposed to be happening right now. And then wind speeds, I told you all about the coronal holes that we'll take a look at. They don't want to tell you, but we are looking at huge coronal holes that are sending solar winds, not plasma, which is what they do, towards the planet. Look how high the temperatures are above the warning level, if you will, right before the missing data. I mean, we're as high as I've seen them. I wanted to point that out. I think we can see the event much better on LASCO's C2, and we can see how sizable this flare was. This would be a planet killer, okay? And just think about the timing. Look at the size of this thing on LASCO's C2. Look at the extended period of time. Talking about 330, really, I mean, it looks like a nuclear explosion times 1,000. If you knew how small our planet was compared to this, 330, it's still going off, still from the surface, and it is now 12 UTC time. So real quickly, do the math. We're looking at 9 hours of blasting, and this thing still hasn't stopped. It's still actually pushing off plasma from the sun. One of the largest explosions I've seen in some time. Bang, bang, bang. I'm so glad it didn't come towards planet Earth, or it appears not to have. If it has, it's hang it up, guys. This is exactly what the governments are worried about right here. You're seeing it live.
At the ASPCA, we give a voice to the voiceless. We fight for those who can't. And that's why we need your help. To shape laws, brave storms, raid puppy mills, crawl under houses, up roofs, and fight to break the chain of abuse. Already, your donations have helped us fight smoke and flames, fly furry passengers out of a hurricane's path, and witness the look in their eyes when they know they're finally safe. But to us, this ride is all worth it. For this one, and this one, and this one. But really, we're just getting started. Because to these rescued animals, there's still one last battle to fight. And this fight is ours. When you support the ASPCA, you help us team up with law enforcement, prosecutors, and rescue groups from across the country to rescue mistreated animals and bring their abusers to justice.
All right, 2 more quick things before we go here. This is the plasma that shot up yesterday with missing time afterwards. You can see that the solar winds are continuing to increase in speed around 600 kilometers a second right now. Although they're telling us on the prediction center they should be at 275 kilometers per second. None of this makes any sense unless they're just trying to scramble your mind. Going to Soho at 284 angstroms, you can see that most of the entire sun is starting to become a huge coronal hole. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, folks, but it's everywhere surrounding these sunspots. These are the not so active unnamed sunspots that have hurled plasma towards Earth. Imagine if one of the active ones did it. This is crazy. We should be enjoying our solar winds ongoingly now for days based on the size of these coronal holes. To wrap things up, do not be on the flight from White Plains to Burbank or White Plains to Van Nuys, California, because you're going to be enjoying about 73 to 80 times the radiation dose you would get if you were at sea level. And that can't be good for you, folks. Those are called hot flights. Don't ever go above about 40,000 feet. There's really no need for it unless you just want radiation doses. Down here at 35,000 feet where you regularly fly, you're still getting 40 times the radiation, and trust me, those airplanes are not helping you out. So keep it real, guys. I'm going to be back with a magnetosphere update very shortly, both ISWA and our magnetosphere from NOAA. So stick with us, guys. God bless you guys. Please